Okay, so with the door panel removed, this is the door control module. So it has relays in here that control window up and down and the lock unlock function for your locks. So I've got some issues with this, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this as well. This is a little T15, just two screws top and bottom, and then we'll take out these electrical connectors as well. And these electrical connectors, they're already labeled, so it says red, clear, green, and black. So you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up when you go back to put it together. There are these little blue lock tabs for the bottom two that prevent the connector from pulling out, so you got to remove those first. And I'll have to take it off to get to the other two. Go, and then these bottom ones, tilt that down so you can see. Kind of have to press in on the side to get it to release. There we go. So there's your door control module, and it's already labeled, like I said, rearward, so you know which direction it mounts, and then where each of the connectors plug in. Okay, so we've got the door control module over on our workbench. We'll need a few tools when we start working on the circuit board to remove the old relays. A couple of those items. So I have a butane powered soldering iron, which I really love, as opposed to some of the electric ones. It heats up almost instantaneously, so I've been pretty happy with that. Obviously you'll need some solder when we go to resolder our connections. And then for this project I also bought a little kit off of Amazon. This is a solder sucker. It's like a vacuum kind of deal. You press this in and then it sucks in the solder, almost like a syringe. And then also got some of this desoldering wick. So we'll see what works best once we heat up the solder, whether we suck it off or use the soldering wick. So a few of these items. Obviously you open the couple of clips here, you open the side of the case, and then the back of the case also folds open, so it's kind of like a clamshell deal. And then the circuit board, give a little tug and the whole thing comes out. So we'll set that to the side. So looking at it from this way, we've got 4 relays here. This is your window down, your window up, your unlock, and your lock. So these 2 are the ones I'm concerned about at the moment. You also notice that this circuit board is coated some type of like clear silicone type of coating, and prevents oxidation and corrosion on the circuit board. So we'll have to slice through that around the relays that we want to remove. Unfortunately, I don't know of a product that you could maybe spray back on this to reseal it, so to speak. If anybody knows of a product, be sure to post that in the comments so that others, when they tackle this project, that might be a benefit to them. Here we go. So here are the relays that I ordered from a company called DigiKey, and these relays are incredibly cheap. They're less than $2 a piece. So I ordered part number 255-1240-ND, but it's the JSM1-12V-5 relay. And since they were cheap, I actually ordered 4 of them. So as you're setting up and kind of orienting yourself to what the project is here, so if you look at the back of one of the new relays, there are 5 pins. There are 3 on one side, 2 on the other side. So if you kind of follow that orientation when you're looking at the circuit board, right? So if we're looking at this guy, if I can get this close enough that you can see, and hopefully it focuses. But it'd be that one, that one, that one. So there are 3 on this side, 2 on this side. So the 4 outer pins are kind of symmetric, and then this one in the middle is kind of out of the line of these 2. So 3 over here and 2 over there. And then the one right beside it, again, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And though we're not going to replace it, the next one down will be those 5. So just kind of give you an idea. It's a good idea to make sure you clearly understand which solder joints you need to remove so that we can get this relay removed from the circuit board. Okay, so I've got a razor blade here, and then I'm going to attempt to very carefully cut around these 2 relays that I want to remove. So we cut through this silicone. Okay, be very delicate with that. Don't want to damage the circuit board itself. Don't know if it's necessary, but we're going to try. See if I can kind of trace around these solder joints a little bit too. Okay, so here's the circuit board. I got the 2 relays removed. Would have loved to have shown you the play-by-play, but honestly, it would have been an hour and a half of you watching me and my poor soldering iron skills. They're very difficult to get these right, because you're trying to concentrate heat just on that one solder joint without ruining everything around it. One thing that did end up working for me, got 2 little blocks of wood, and so it kind of supported the end of it, and I heated and pressed down with the soldering iron on the little peg of the relay, so that as it finally heated the solder, I was trying to push the relay through and out, and then at one point I even had like a little flathead on the other side kind of prying on it just a bit, so there was pressure when that solder got liquefied. The solder sucker worked okay for some of them, but didn't get all of it, and then the desoldering wick really didn't do much of anything. Good in theory, but I just couldn't get it to do what I needed to do. So that was the easy part. Now I've got to resolder in the new relays, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I don't know, you probably can't see my solder joints very well, and that's for the better. My poor soldering skills are a little embarrassing, but I've got the other 2 relays soldered back in place. So we'll put the case back together, this guy, and then we'll reinstall it and we'll see how we're doing. Okay, so we're ready to plug the door control module back in. Okay, so we're going to test the window and we're going to test our locks as well. Okay, so what I've found is that The lock button still does not work. It does now unlock the passenger door, but the lock function is still not working. So it's possible I have a bad door lock actuator. I'll have to do a little more diagnosing on that. But to check our window, down,